Hello, Otterbein residents, family, and friends. Kendra with you today. It's been a while since I've delivered a video message, and we have some exciting updates to share with you, so I wanted to reach out and make sure you're all up to date. I do hope you're all doing well and able to get outside and enjoy some of the warmer temperatures we've been having, but pleasant at the same time. With that being said, I would like to start today with a COVID update, COVID-19 update, as I like to do. As you are aware, we are still very much in the thick of the Otterbein offensive. We continue to aggressively test. Every week, every 2 weeks, we test partners every 2 weeks, and we test all of those residents living in a congregate setting in all of our apartments every month. I will tell you, all of the residents that are living out in our courts, the orchards, the patio homes, you are able to be tested, but that is your own choice. You just need to reach out to the clinic to make an appointment to do that. Now, I will tell you that testing schedule also can shift slightly if we have a positive case. Then we become even more aggressive and retest maybe sooner than 2 weeks or a month, depending on the situation. So with that being said, I do want to share with you today that we have had a YMCA partner test positive. We received the results just this afternoon. First of all, let me share with you that she is asymptomatic. She feels fine. Like I've said many times in the past, she was shocked that her test came back positive, but it did. So we're taking all of our necessary steps and precautions. With that being said, we have decided to shut down the Y effective immediately, and the Y will be closed until we have had a chance to test all of those partners and they have received a negative result back. Please know our lab has been great to work with and we're getting the results back fairly quickly, so we hope to have the Y open by Monday. But again, we will keep you updated on that. That's a tentative date. That's just what we're pushing for. Any residents, you've probably have already been contacted, but any residents who have been down to the Y in the past week, I will be reaching out to you personally to see if you would like to be tested as well. So today, what that does is that brings, just to give you an overall picture of our COVID testing results, we have had 13 residents test positive, 3 partners, and now 3 contractors, because we consider the YMCA partner a contractor. A change from my last video, you may have thought, well, I thought the residence was 12 and now it's 13. I did not do a video update at that time, but you should have received a written notification from me that we did have an LEC resident, our Life Enrichment Center, a couple weeks ago test positive. He too felt fine, was surprised, and I'm thrilled to say that he has since received 2 negative results, which is great news. So he is no longer self-isolating in his apartment. So that's kind of the COVID update and where we are today. So again, we're going to continue on, like I said, with our testing. I think it's the right thing to do, and I think it's working to keep everyone safe. I do want to share with you that Drew will be following with me. You know, we sometimes like to tag team on our videos. He has some really great news about the Great Wave Cafe, which is where I am now, in case you can't tell, and also 1912, and just some additional openings coming with these 2 areas. But I'm going to let Drew share that exciting news. I've been asked a lot about the shuttle and the shuttle service, and when is that coming back? And please know, I know many of you can't make it up to, say, the Mona Lisa Salon or the theater or the YMCA because you don't have a car and the distance is too far to walk, or maybe you don't have a golf cart. So I understand how important the shuttle is. But the shuttle van itself, we're really not ready to bring that back out just yet, just until we figure out how to keep everyone safe and what do those numbers look like and what's the best way to sanitize the van in between rides. But what we are going to do, we're gonna try something next week. Beginning next Wednesday, August the 19th, we're going to bring out our Surrey. And some of you may ask, well, what is the Surrey? It is actually very much just like a golf cart. That's the way I would ask you to think of it. But it's a little bit bigger than your standard golf cart. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that out first. We can fit up to 3 people who do not live in the same household at once. But if you live in the same household, then say we could get up to 6 people on it. But again, that's all dependent on where you live and who you live with. So what I want to make sure you understand is that I am not sharing all of those details of what that schedule and how it looks like today. I just wanted to make sure you knew it was coming, because I think that'll make many of you very happy. Next Monday, I will share some additional details with you in terms of what are the hours going to look like, what are the times, because please know we are going to have, again, a very defined schedule to keep everyone safe. And we want to make sure that we have time between pickup, drop-offs, that we have time to sanitize the Surrey in between rides. I will tell you, like the shuttle van previously, you will still call the front desk. I do know that for sure. I'm going to ask our great receptionist at the front desk to manage the schedule. So I'm going to be working with them through that over the next couple days. And then you will be able to make appointments. The other thing I do know for sure is you will not be able to make a standing appointment, just because of the limited number of runs and because we want to be as fair as possible. We're not, at least initially, you're not going to be able to make a standing appointment. So I want to make sure you understand that. But again, more details to come next Monday, but I hope you all find this to be good news. And again, as we just continue to reopen things, and hopefully, not too much longer from now, we can go back to using the van. We're just not there yet. And then finally, for my update before Drew takes over, you probably received a letter in your mail, in your campus mail, about some exciting news that was shared today from Otterbein Senior Life. We are pleased to share with you that we have a new affiliation with Sunset Communities. So these are communities up north near the Toledo area. They have a 149-year history of serving individuals and older adults. And we have been working on this for a long time, not me specifically, but Jill Wilson, our CEO, and her leadership team. And you may ask, well, this kind of seems like a weird time to be doing this when we're still in COVID and trying to manage COVID-19. But please know, operations had to continue, right? I mean, we still have work to do, and we actually had started this dialogue with Sunset Communities about a year ago. And those conversations were really ramping up. And yes, maybe we briefly hit the pause button at the beginning of COVID-19, but conversations were still happening. They are a strong community. I want you to know that. And I do want to share, actually, I'm going to read this if you don't mind. I'm going to share a quote by Jill Wilson that you'll see in the letter that, she states, "We are very pleased to join forces with Sunset Retirement Communities." And she stated that our board, the Otterbein Senior Life Board, could not pass up the opportunity to affiliate with a like-minded organization committed to exceptional stewardship. We believe the synergies of our organizations blend very well and will contribute greatly to continued excellence and support for resident and working experiences for employees. So again, it's a really special day here at Otterbein Senior Life, and I'm sure also for the Sunset Communities. I know I'm personally excited to tour those communities when the time is right and meet some of their employees, and again, just become an even bigger family and one Otterbein. So again, there's lots of detail in the letter that you will be receiving, so I ask that you read that. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me via email, give me a phone call, and I'll do my best to answer those questions. So again, some exciting stuff, some good news in this world of COVID that we've been living in.
Good afternoon out there, everyone. Drew Allen here at Otterbein, Lebanon with Culinary Services. Just coming to give you a few updates about culinary services here on campus. We're here at the beautiful Koi Cafe, so let's start with some updates about the Koi. For anyone who hasn't come to the Koi Cafe, we are open for reservations Monday through Friday, 5:30 and 6:30. It is the same special of the day as in 1912. We do now have 2 daily alternatives which are our outer wrap and our grilled Italian sausage with onions and peppers. Remember, reservations are needed daily for the Koi Cafe. Next week on Tuesday, August 18th, we are calling it Fat Tuesday here at the Koi Cafe. We're going to have a special Mardi Gras celebration again at 5:30 and 6:30 RSVP only. We're doing a special time on Tuesday also at noon. So you will be able to make reservations for our Fat Tuesday meal. What are we having? I'm glad you asked. We are having gumbo, mini crab cakes, seafood paella, or bourbon fried pork chops as your entrees, red beans and rice, battered green beans, and warm bread pudding. So please make your reservations quickly for Fat Tuesday at the Koi Cafe. Now, the Great Wave Cafe. Starting Monday, August 17th, our residents here on campus may make reservations for the Great Wave Cafe to dine inside. Do know seating is limited and social distancing will be enforced. So that is starting this Monday at the Great Wave Cafe from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. Lastly, 1912. Starting Monday, August 17th, the Terrace Place residents and the Marble Hall residents may make reservations in 1912 for dinner. Do know that social distancing will be enforced and seating is limited, but please call to make your reservations. Well, we came to give you some updates about culinary services. We hope we left you hungry. Hopefully, we will see you at one of the 3 dining venues. And feel free to come out to the Koi Cafe throughout the day. We'll see you there.
So as always, I like to end by saying I hope all of you are doing well. Yes, we're trying to find a new sense of normal, but please know that COVID is still there. We still are at risk in this community. We still do have various restrictions in place, even though we're trying to open things up. But social distance, wash your hands frequently, wear your mask, as I always have mine, as well as the other partners. And again, I hope to see you all soon. Thank you so much.